Good morning, happy Wednesday. Come on in, come on in. It is morning, and I just started my live about 6 minutes ago. I don't never get no traffic, but you see my title. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Everyone is seeing what's going on. Um, I do admit that is troubling to see and witness because it's something that I've never witnessed before, if that makes sense. Um, but it's troubling. It's troubling. I have been on edge since the election. I feel like I never got brought back down. But anyway, we are all seeing what's going on, what's transpiring. I'm here to encourage everyone, just keep the faith. If you know God like I know God, you know that He never leaves us nor forsake us. I don't care where you at in your life. If you invited Him in and you trust in the Lord, the time is now to trust Him even more because it's becoming wary. It's becoming real scary. Like we're repeating history. And for whatever God needs things to go because it's already written, so things have to be done. Um, this is when our faith is coming into play. So if you trust Him on the days where it was uncertain, not just this mess with our government, trust Him even more now. It is crucial that we keep ourselves busy but aware of what's going on around us. Um, use wisdom and your intuition because when you feel like things are not right, they're not right, then you're going to have to do what you have to do. But we're not going to think that far ahead. Is those are precautions. We have to be very careful. In this life today, there's a lot is going on. We already knew racism wasn't really too far gone. People became closet racists, but it's really, really getting bad now to where they are getting bold and they are coming out. Um, I wanted to share something with y'all. What's today? Wednesday? Late last week, I was in here watching Don Lemon and the situation with the young man that life was taken. Like, here's what I'm gonna say. I don't agree what this man spoke about. I didn't agree. I didn't agree with it at all. But we're not gonna agree with everything with people. But in my opinion, I feel that this man didn't deserve to be taken out in that way. Good morning, Kendra, Grand Rising. I feel like he shouldn't have been taken out the way he did. If you have a heart and if you have a heart of God, you're not going to have any excitement. But here's the thing, Black and brown people have been going through this before our time. It has been never ending just because it's not as in depth as I was back in the days. This is some new age racism. It's not cute. It's not cute. And please don't go out here and judge every white person that you see because of what we are seeing right now on television. Because there are some really good Caucasian people, just like there's good Latinos, there's good African American. There are some good people, and if you're walking in God's light, you're gonna treat everyone, including Caucasians the same way that you want to be treated, and the way God needs you to treat them. Because for some reason the enemy wants us, he wants us to get depressed. He wants us to get angry. He wants us to be so confused to avoid of us seeing what's really going on. Because as I say, we're not dealing with flesh and blood, but wickedness in high places. If you know, you know. We're not dealing with the people that we see, humans. We seeing humans doing what they got to do to fulfill the enemy's needs, but it's definitely a is a real bad wickedness that is so past us as humans. He wants us to get distracted. He wants us to stop growing in Him. He wants us to stop seeking God's face for ourselves. He wants us so confused. So when Jesus comes, you won't have enough time to change. So the purpose of why I wrote what I wrote, I'm confessing to the enemy. I ain't never scared. Whatever's gonna come, God's gonna have my back. If I have to skip a couple of meals to stand on what I believe, it's just gonna be that. Not that I want to be hungry, but guess what? Just like Jesus Christ sacrificed his life for my sin, I'll make that ultimate sacrifice by not eating. I will not, I will not bow down to no man. I'm gonna tell you that now. So if you see me on the news, you just remember what I said. But anyway, I wanted to come on to encourage because I don't know if everybody is seeing it. I just know a few people, and I know what it's doing in me. It has me praying more. It has me just talking to my spiritual sister about what I'm actually feeling, so that I don't have to carry that with me. You know what I mean? And I suggest that you find things and find someone that you can trust that's going to give you an honest feedback, a positive feedback, so that you can press forward. Because right now we are so divided, so distracted, and we're not really realizing the big picture of why all this is happening. And this is not to scare anyone, but before all this happened, God says, each time I give you breath and I able you to open your eyes, that's another chance to work on something. Don't let don't let don't let what we see on TV, the internet, or whatever, life in general. Don't let that shit distract you. If you have to go in the comfort of your place, in the area where you could just pray, and prayer is not, it don't have to be fancy. He just wants you to come to Him, okay? Like He really wants us to come sincere. And I promise you, and I'm not just saying this just to be saying this, I promise you, He is on time. So if you've been worrying, if you've been worrying if you're gonna have a job, if you worrying how you gonna eat, if you worrying how you gonna pay your bills, I'm not saying don't apply the footwork because you're gonna have to, but at the same time, and I need for all of us to keep our eyes on Him. He supplies all our needs. Okay? So that's my little encouragement for the day. I don't have no real conversation, but that just dropped in my spirit. because I know I'm not the only one that's feeling kind of wary of everything that's going on. Like I shared in a previous live, um, I get retirement and disability, and you already know they're trying to revamp Social Security, make it private, and I just don't know. So I have to pregame in my head for Plan B on what am I going to do to make sure that we stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? That Plan B that's Let's Talk What Love talks about. Yeah, that's my Plan B. Because some of us are not able to do what everybody else can do. We are limited, especially me. I can't be doing no heavy lifting and none of that. But I do have education under my belt. I am a medical coder and medical biller, which with all this medical stuff, I don't know if they're gonna have openings for medical billing. You know what I'm saying? But I got something, and I have a talent. I have a talent of um, adapting to wherever I go. Wherever I go, I just fit right on in, and that's just my personality. But yeah, if we don't find alternatives to do things that's gonna take our mind off of things that are troubling, we're gonna be lost in sauce. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna find ourselves in a place where you're looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, "What the fuck is going on? What's happening?" Rather you going through that, you can prevent it by just doing little things, a prayer, whether it's taking walks. That's what I've been doing. Did I tell you I lost 5 pounds? Oh, by an accident? No, it's not by an accident. I am losing weight. Yes, I have been cutting back on my eating, but what scared me is that I became borderline diabetic. Yes, type 2. So I had a chance to reverse it. I do admit it scared me because I just lost a cousin from complications of diabetes, and it has me on a different mind frame. Looking at my grandson, looking at my kids, I'm thinking about my mother, my sister, the people that truly loves me. How would they feel if, God forbid, I'm going to glory? And lately I've just been feeling down because I'm all the way down here, and one of my close sisters that I grew up with since 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 little. Her mother went on to glory. She's a registered nurse. She was one of the mothers that was in my room after each baby I delivered. Um, and it just saddened me. She was up there in age, so she lived a full life. Um, and raised some wonderful kids that I could call my friends. Um, and they're more like family. So it's kind of like sad. It saddens me that I can't be there in the physical for my friend. But they understand where I'm at, and it is what it is. I haven't been calling because I believe in giving people space, but I have been texting. Thank you, Kendra. I wasn't even really trying. I wasn't even thinking about losing no weight, but it scared my ass. So let me tell you something. It scared me so damn bad. It scared me. It shook me. I don't know if you had an out of body experience. Like, oh no, man. Same thing with my blood pressure. I should have been gone on to glory. But God has a purpose and a plan for me on YouTube, and I'm gonna stick to it. No matter how hard it get, no matter how distracting it can be sometimes when you see certain things. I'm not giving up. I'm allowing God to use me, and He needs my mouthpiece to speak the words that's coming through me, from me inward, if that makes sense. I do too. I'm non-traditional. traditional since my mother's passing. Yeah, man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, you know. And I'm sorry to hear about your mother's passing. I still have my mom around, thank God. But about 2 years ago, that wasn't almost the case. Um, I went for I went for a graduation, and my mother was complaining about having heartburn. You gotta remember that when you have things going on with your heart, especially when you have these mini strokes and stuff like that, it's really a silent killer. Because you would think it's one thing and it's really something else. And my mother has been complaining about chest pains, even when I went to go celebrate my son's at that time bachelor's, achieving his bachelor's. Um, she just kept hitting her chest, and I'm like, Dad, like, she's like, I don't know, something that I ate, but it just didn't sit well with me, and I didn't want to scare her. But eventually, when we got home, probably about a week after us leaving, she um she wasn't feeling she was feeling weird. So she decided to go to the next town, which specializes in hearts. And that's when she found out she had three, not just one, but three clogged arteries. So she had ended up getting a triple bypass. And that could have been the last time I see my mother. But God gave her grace to still be here. And it also woke her up. Hey, Y, I'm gonna call you Y. How do I can even ask you how Waba? I'm gonna call you Y, okay? Because I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't want to screw it up. So I'm gonna call you Miss. You're a man or a woman? No, I'm gonna call you either brother or sister Y. Hey, brother Y. So you know I'm talking to you, okay? I'm explaining because I don't want you to get offended. Yes, my mother is strong, and she's only 4'10". My mother is shorter than a midget. She's real little, but that's where I get my strength from. Good morning, Angie. I miss you so much. Have you been coming on live? Angie, Angie, can you Dios mío, put your information for your page here, please. You have a wrench. Kendra Walker, if you have a page as well, you could drop yours. And if you don't, please connect to Angie. Angie is such it's such a blessing to enter somebody's chat that you can actually feel their spirit. And like with Angie, I don't know you, but when you talk, it's like you soothe me. It's like you're like, calm down, girl. Just calm down. And my ass will calm down. I promise you. Because you have that gift of making things all right, You're welcome, boo. Angie is a moderator that is a licensed daycare provider. The love that she provides for these young kids as of her own, um, while making money at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? She takes her time when she does, and come and grace her page to send out that beautiful spirit that she has. So I am grateful. I am so grateful for the many people that I have met through this internet, even the ones that I'm not cool with, because the connection did not go in vain. It was, either I made friends with them or we just we just couldn't see eye to eye for whatever reason. But I don't have no hate in my blood. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna carry that. I can't carry that if I want to go to heaven, right? So a lot of me has changed, and I'm finally at peace being me. I always hid behind this tough exterior. I had to be the tough girl out the crew. and the inside is so soft. Did you ever see a thug cry? Because I'm a cry, baby. I'm a cry. I never, I was, because that's because I'm feeling. Yes, YouTube has some beautiful people on here. Yes, they do. They really do. And sometimes we enter a setting that we can't help. We don't know if it's toxic or not, but the minute we get whiff of it and we start to pull ourselves away, it's okay to connect. You make your own damn sector. The sector of peace. Positive people is popping. PPP, that's what it stands for. PP, and we're not perfect, but we trying our best to stay positive the best way we know how with the strength of God. I promise you, just staying sane is not easy because a lot of these people deserve a good tongue lash. You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning. I am learning and have learned that silence is so powerful. Some people does not deserve our energy. But unfortunately, sometimes you have to put people in their place. Who's Miss Brenda? Wait a minute. Who's Miss Brenda? Hi, Miss Brenda. I don't know who's that. Oh, you meant to say Kendra. Did you mean to say Kendra? Angie. But anyway, yeah, that's my take for today because yesterday I had the opportunity just to stay busy, cook early, clean, and then that's a way of her just moving around. Yes, I agree. So I don't, I'm confused. Says now you know I smoke weed, right, Angie? So you can't be doing that to me because I have a brain fart quick. And hey, I said I wasn't too far removed. I still do things that are not good, but in God's time, He will deliver me from it because I've tried to kick the habit, and the habit came back. I like Mary Jane. Mary Jane is my Prozac. Mary Jane saves a lot of people. Yes, this beautiful Kendra. I'm moving. Oh, I saw hi Miss Brenda. I'm sorry. I was looking at who did I miss her? But anyway, I love y'all. I know we going through some tough times right now, and it looked kind of scary on how things is going with you know with these people, these hateful people. Um, they call themselves Christians. I'm gonna post a scripture where God warns us about false prophets, wolves, wolves in sheep clothing. It's imperative that we stay alert because, as it says in the scripture, even the elect is gonna be fooled. The elect, whoever the elect is, they're gonna be so fooled. You know what I'm saying? So I see it and it startles me because a part of me is like, God, not right now. I don't want to. I don't want to be one of the ones to see this. But God says, I need you to see it. You are chosen by me. I need you to see it. I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters to let them know what I'm doing in you, so they can come to me while it's here for them to be able to. Because once Jesus comes, when he comes, it's over. This is the second coming. Ain't no third coming. Ain't no third, no second life to get it right. The time is now. And you don't have to be perfect. And let me just remind you that when you say yes to God, that you're going to have so many critics out there that you see in the flesh. They're going to say, oh, You a church girl, you a hypocrite, you this, you that. They don't have a heaven and hell to put you in. Continue to work on you. Because God says, I will meet you where you at. Flaws and all. He still loves you. He just wants us to have a willing soul to invite him in, like I have. Enough doing things Maritza's way. I'm doing it God's way. And I may not do all of what God wants me to do because I'm taking baby steps. Little by little. I didn't get here overnight. I haven't been this type Maritza. Never. It was always in me, but I never, ever was speaking like this because I was so full of hate myself from things that I got exposed to. So understand that um, I am who I am because this is God, who God created me to be. I'm more, I am more grateful. I am a little more forgiving, and I'm letting go of things that I've been holding on to. That's been doing nothing but hindering me from pressing forward. Hey, riders, blessings to you, boo. It's really getting hard. It's really getting hard. Now we see the importance of voting. Now we see where sometimes we're gonna have to make decisions based on the needs of you and your peers, not for the rich. Sometimes when we pick I'm sorry, I'm bringing this up, but sometimes when we pick the third party, 10 out of 10, they ain't the one that's gonna be the winners. It's never the runner up. That's rare. If it does happen, it won't be in my lifetime, or it might be. You know what I'm saying? So say a little prayer before you start your day. Say, God, just can you watch over me? Thank you for first and foremost. You thank God for giving you for being able to open your eyes and have breath. Another day to get something right. Another day to continue working on what you need to work on within yourself. Believe me, once you work with you, everything will pour out. I promise you, it'll pour out. Your as you sprout, so does your light. So continue to stay focused. Uh, Remember, God has the last say, and things have to happen. So things, because it's already said in the Bible, like it's already how you say I can't even say it. Spiritual scriptures, spiritually already written, and I do feel it comes from God. This stuff that they're portraying that this young guy was a Christian. I it was a lot. It was a lot to hear, and it was I don't know who's listening to this and believing the crap that they're putting out there, but I definitely didn't get God. I definitely didn't get God. Nope, my spirit was like, hell no, to the no, no, no. The enemy is working, and it goes back to that scripture when God talks about these false prophets. I think it's in Matthew's and Revelations. It's probably all in the Bible. I read the Bible, but not in its entirety. I just know bits and pieces, which I'm gonna get better. I learn through. I'm a visual and a listener. I absorb as much weed as I smoke. Believe me, I remember. I just be having them brain farts when you be like, Maritza, what time it is? And I could know the time. I'd be like, I really don't know. Let me check. But just stay positive, please, no matter what. And if you want to remove yourself from areas that is not adding or just gives you the like like you get annoyed, listen to it, remove yourself. That's it. But I love y'all. Listen, be good. Plan B. Listen to Sister Love's Live, Plan B. You gotta have whatever our Plan B is, okay? For the just in case, okay? I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your morning and always keep God first. Until next time, be blessed.